GVA is very proud to support today's event on behalf of the core cities. We are a business that grew out of the regions and into London, and so everything the core cities are saying right now is really chimes with our business.
Well, the purpose of today's event is to argue the case for greater devolution, to make the point that economically the UK is very much out of line with our competitors. Our competitors elsewhere in Europe and the rest of the world have big cities that have greater control, greater autonomy over both finance and policy, and as a result they grow faster, they contribute more to the national economy.
I hope that the delegates today, the core city business community, will help to further the core city narrative. The message back to government is much stronger if it's coming from both the public sectors and the private sector.
It's important that we have a joint voice to government. Business is influential with government, and we believe business can influence the thinking and the public policy approach of ministers. Beyond that, we all recognise the importance of the private sector and business in our cities. We need to make sure that what we do, both in terms of raising finance, but our investment decisions and our public policy decisions, understand the needs of business and are tailored more effectively to the needs of business, so it's business that can grow and business that can provide opportunities for our people and business that can contribute to growing economic growth.
Companies like GVA have a really important role to offer in helping us to create value outside of London for property development. So one of the things that most of our big cities outside of London aren't short of is land, and we can offer development opportunities unparalleled to anywhere else in the UK. And of course, the cities themselves aren't just great places with development potential, they're great places to live too.
I kind of wondered whether I wanted to get involved in one. Somebody pointed out at the conference here, from Newcastle actually, they're quite shocked when they read the stories in London about the kind of incredible tough conditions people have to live in. And a lot of these parts of the country do have quite a bit of space for nice housing. Issue within ourselves. And I think the delegates have to be careful to not take away that, hurrah, we're going to get whatever we want, because, as I tried to say myself, that is not going to be the case. And I think the core cities need to think carefully about what they want in the near term from what they may want longer term, because they're two very different things.
It's about regional devolution, it's about transfer of powers and financial mechanisms from London, from the central base to those that need it, to those areas that need it most.
My advice to the core cities is don't expect that you can all get the same thing immediately. Some of you will probably be getting more earlier than others, not least because you're probably more capable of delivering on it.
I hope that delegates will take away from today's event an understanding of where core cities are coming from, why it's important that we speak with one voice on the issue of devolution, and why now is the opportunity for us to argue that case effectively with government. I think above all to have a shared agenda which is about doing something now in the interest of the UK economy, not putting it off, not going for half measures, not taking the easy route, but actually just saying to government, now's the time, now's the opportunity, let's move on.
The really interesting thing about today's event is just not only how well attended it was, but how excited everybody seems, which I think reflects the mood and a comment that I made and was repeated by many others, that the moment is now.
I'm really pleased with the way today's gone. We had plenty of debate in the panel sessions and following in the networking and the coffee. This is the second year running that we've sponsored this event, and it's clearly amongst the business community of the core city is something that's growing in scale and significance, and it's generating a real enthusiasm and energy to take those messages back to government with even more purpose and more focus now.